Back now in Los Angeles. What a terrific return here for the Rams. A wild card berth, but the visiting Redskins with a field goal try coming that would effectively end this storybook season. It's a 39-yard attempt for Dustin Hopkins. But wait, I think we got whistles before the kick.
Yeah, I think the Rams signaled timeout before the kick got away. There's Jeff Fisher telling the officials he wanted timeout. I think they got it in.
Indeed, he got there just in the nick of time before the snap.
Hey, listen up! This is a real good place to be right now! We can take it over! Let's shift it and put the pressure on them!
So now all eyes back on the fourth-year man Hopkins. He did miss one earlier from 42.
Miss another one. Here we go. You're gonna miss it. Miss it.
From 39. Oh! Quinn over the top and he blocks it! And the Rams fall on the football.
Dang, man. Come on. This way. Let's go, Tree. That's big time, man. Let's
so
go.
Now everything changes. The Rams are back in business. And here comes the rookie quarterback, Jared Goff.
All right, guys, this is our time. Let's finish this thing right here. Let's finish it. One play at a time. Run it down their throat. O-line, let's go. Right here. Let's go, man. Just bring me the ball.
3 minutes to play. Welcome back to Madden NFL Football. Let's select a couple options now before heading back to the gridiron. Now, I know this was your favorite team a year ago. You played on all-pro difficulty last year. Brandon Gaudin here to tell you about what's new in gameplay for Madden NFL 17. This year, the team focused heavily on 3 specific areas: the ground game, zone defense, and special teams. We have overhauled ball carrier locomotion, momentum, and balance. The special move system has been completely rewritten around a new defender fake-out system. We've added new feedback systems and an auto-move setting on rookie and pro difficulty levels to help users master the new systems. Finally, we have tackle battle. And just like that, you're set. It's time to play, and we hope you enjoy it. 17.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, 2 quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Eagles. So let's send you up to Pennsylvania. Standing by in Philadelphia, are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Over. All right, here we go. 3-19.
On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Let's expand on Ryan Matthews for a second. He has a couple 1,000-yard years in his back pocket. This season, 661. Did have a career-high 8 touchdowns, but where does he fit in to the Eagles' offense going forward?
That's going to be an interesting question that has to be answered by Philadelphia, by Doug Peterson, their head coach, because he was truly their lead running back until a fumble at Detroit. I think that changed things for him. A crucial one down the stretch. Philadelphia ended up losing the game. When he takes care of the football, he's a hard-hitting, aggressive inside runner who can set a tone for a team. But if he doesn't take care of the ball, that gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and become the lead runner for Philadelphia.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So the ball switches back over to Tampa Bay, and as they get set in place on offense, Charles, talk about the running game and the O-line, where they stack up going in next year, because Doug Martin was only active for 8 games this last season. Rushing total dropped down to 400 yards, basically.
Yeah, they were fortunate they picked up Jaquiz Rodgers during the year, and he gave them some nice games throughout, but I start with the offensive line. They've got some good building blocks. Left tackle Donovan Smith, guard Ali Marpet. Great places to begin. I think they'll continue to try and fortify that offensive line because that will help whoever becomes their primary ball carrier.
Fletcher Cox in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. And now an introduction here to the starting 11 on offense. And one of the good wideouts, of course, is Vincent Jackson.
And when he's on the field, you don't play small ball. You make sure you get it out to that guy and let him go get it.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Green Beckham has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first down, Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And the D looking like they may blitz.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. On second down, Ryan Matthews. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On the defensive side of the football for the Bucs, here's the lineup. You know, you look at last year, 2016, 23 points a game, right in the middle of the league, but improved, I think. How do they look going forward?
Well, they did improve, and they improved throughout the second half of the year. They focused on communication. They cut down some of the stuff they were doing defensively, made it simpler, and they played a lot faster. And look, Gerald McCoy is a terrific player on the defensive line. You got linebackers that can run in Levante David and Quan Alexander. And I thought that Keith Tandy really emerged as a safety for them down the stretch and made some big-time plays.
This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Evans has it left side.
A monster 2016 for Mike Evans. His Buccaneers didn't make the playoffs, but it wasn't because of his production. Led the league in targets and was in the top 5 in many other receiving categories. What a big-time year for him.
4th in yards, 2nd touchdowns just outside of the top 5, 6th in catches. So he's going to be a handful for teams in the future. I mean, he's got a long career ahead of him.
A long career ahead of him, and look for him to increase his yards after catch as he moves forward in his career.
Now a play fake here on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Winston. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
I'm not sure.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Fourth down, Winston. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. They'll give him 8 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Adam Humphries from 8 yards out. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Detroit! Detroit!
They come up in an offset eye. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he hits his man, Matthews. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, 65 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Humphries. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 59 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know throughout his pro career, Ryan Matthews has been injury-riddled. But the best part of his game to me is his ability to break tackles and run with power and physicality.
And a prime example of that right there on that play. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here in the NFL on EA Sports. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 48 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys down.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Vincent Jackson, 35 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side caught by Matthews. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go now.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Winston, he gets it to Humphreys. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Let's go now. 550, 550.
First down, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They go play action here on first down. throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have two with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
On third down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. Now fourth down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he is out of bounds just shy of the 20. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Alteron Werner with the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's complete left side to Aguilar. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
23 yards on the play. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's in. Blood Eagles touchdown. Trey Burton taking it in. And the Eagles are back within a score. Point after now from Sturgis. And the lead is down to 4. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Kendricks, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Winston. And Brate has it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Gone! Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Set, move, landed.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham. And now it's 4th down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Now Wentz got to have this one. This one complete left side to Green-Beckham. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Finding time. All kinds of time. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on 2nd. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw. Green Beckham has it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Hurry up.
Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Set. Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Wentz to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. And incomplete on the deep ball. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
To throw is Wentz. This will be caught at the 2. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
3-19.
One final try now. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.